This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission We're Never Gonna Finish the podcast, where this week we are stuck on the second episode rather, of the theme of death. I don't know how this is going, guys. We're doing themes now, and this theme is death. It's the first one. It's a great place to start.
Yep.
Last week we did Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, and this week it was TC's turn to go first to select a movie that fits within the theme, and he selected the 2016 film Manchester by the Sea, directed by Kenneth Lonergan.
One of my favorites.
I can see why TC picked it, the setting and whatnot.
I mean, it's the theme.
It's the theme.
I think I nailed the theme.
It makes sense. Yeah. If Ben Affleck is attached to the project, TC's going to like it.
Or KC, or any kind of Bostonian in Boston, I'm going to like it.
Yeah,
right.
Any of those assholes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
So John has not seen this movie before. Let's go 20-second spoiler-free review to kick it off. John, what do you think?
It's fucking heavy movie.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's an implausible setup, but it's really heavy. The music annoyed me, but Brian and Neo annoyed me last week, so who the fuck am I?
Everything annoys you.
Yeah, but no, really, really powerful. Just had a really sense of place and sort of an ordinary life kind of approach, and it was really a pretty powerful film, I thought.
Yep.
I'll go second.
All right.
This movie, if you had a dictionary of movie terms that we've come up with over the past 8 years or whatever it's been, underneath the definition of the term kicking puppies, this movie would be that definition. It is brutal, and I'm not sure why it exists. Is it good performances? Yes. Did I want to watch it again? I realized no, I did not.
All right.
But it's not. Well, we can discuss the kicking puppies thing. There's something I want to clarify about kicking puppies, but we'll move on. First.
I have to define kicking puppies, I guess, if we want to go there.
Yeah.
But TC, go
but
ahead.
I get the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think this movie is a masterpiece. I think it deals with grief in a raw and real way. It's grief without the melodrama. I thought that every scene kind of felt natural and lived in. Some of those settings really, like with the office is full of papers and files and everything. It's just like, wow, this is lived in, right? These people are really living this world. I thought, too, this is just what great writing does. So I think this movie's awesome.
And just to clarify, a little asterisk for me, I think this movie is really good too. It's like one of those ones that I just don't like.
Right.
It's just miserable to watch.
It's not an enjoyable experience in that sense. It's really showing you this guy hurting, and it doing a lot of showing and not telling. I mean, when you say the kicking puppy things, I think that's just doing something like,
they killed all of his kids, for fuck's sake. That's kicking puppies. Holy shit.
It's contrived. It's an easy contrivance just to make you feel bad. It's easy to do. This wasn't easy. The setup and the performances and everything. So it was, maybe you're kicking puppies, but they had to go through some real serious Rube Goldberg kind of device to kind of, it was some very sophisticated puppy kicking.
Really, lots of little details, right? Lots of little details where if you're paying attention, they're showing you things that are important and you're not even realizing it.
Right.
And it's coming back around towards the end and you're just like, wow, this guy has gone through it. And this is reality. Some people have these tragedies in their lives. Mm-hmm. So
and a way of dealing with grief where he can't even talk about it. He can't even express himself. And I thought that was, again, that's not, like as you say, TC, that's not the melodramatic way of doing this either. But the scene where his ex-wife tries to apologize to him was really just moving. That was really hard to watch.
It was.
In a very good way. It was really, really like powerful. But the idea of this guy who can't, and he does it in such it's so subdued how he does it. He's not even sitting there like gritting his teeth, or you're not seeing hardly anything. And you might even argue that it's flat if it didn't work. Like if it didn't work, you could see like he's just fucking wooden, but somehow it works
because his face. He always looks like that. Yeah, he's got a good face.
Yeah, I don't know. It works. It still works that this guy's suffering, even though he's like visibly like frozen almost.
But I think they did a great job of like in the beginning he's dead inside, and then as they move through, they really give him more life, and it's thanks to Matt Damon there.
It is good, and he just he just moves the little though.
It's
That's
just a
what's
little
also
bit.
really
it's
neat.
just enough, but like it's the
not,
actions, right? It's the idea that he's going to go get a job and not leave him behind and make sure that he can stay at home. It's those things where he's like starting to make choices that aren't for him, and they're not related to his grief, but they're related to like someone else's life, and like those kind of changes really makes that arc. You know, when they start on the boat and then they end on the boat, and it's bookended, and you're like, there's two different characters there, and they did a great job of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a really good point. It's not even a lot of movement for him, but for him, it's a lot of movement. It's not a lot of movement for your usual character arc, right?
Right.
He doesn't end up with the kid. It doesn't all work out or anything. He goes
from like a dark void at 0, like no coming out of the 0 to like a soft 1. He's like, okay,
he's still probably going to go beat up people when he gets really upset.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's going to be mostly sad, but at least he can
get himself
occasionally
beat
smile
up
now.
rather. Yeah. But to get this out of the way, why the fuck would his brother leave his son without telling him, leave him as the custodian? He knows he's going to die. He knows his brother is completely fucked up, and he doesn't even discuss this with him. He just leaves him as he. I mean, that makes no sense to me. That just, if you think about it, it like makes no sense that his brother would have left him as the guardian at the very least without first talking it over with him, because
Kyle Chandler, man, that guy does what he wants, man. He's a big old dad. He's always just doing what he wants.
I think what it does, they're touching on that like East Coast, Northeast Coast, Irish, Italian. Like we don't talk about shit.
It'll be good for him. I'll give him my kid. It'll be good for him. Yeah.
Well, and like, you know, you would assume he's got other shit he's going through, so he didn't want to lay it on him after all that, right? Because he just lost his family. I don't know. I mean, it's a stretch. I do agree because they were close. Yeah. So you
don't want to lay on him
in
the conversation, but you want to lay it on him with the kid.
Right.
Just give him the kid.
Right.
That's easier than
my kid. I want to give the suicidal maniac who goes and starts fights in bars.
There wasn't exactly another option. So there's not.
I
mean, he had his friends, or they? But
that's not family.
Right, I guess so. And like you said, it's like they just don't talk about things, so that's why he wouldn't like say, "Hey, by the way, you know, is this okay?" But that just seems, I don't know how. I mean, he and Chandler himself seemed more put together. He didn't seem like he was that reserved or unable to talk about things.
Right.
And so it seems like being a more normal person, he'd realize maybe that's what he wants, but you have to.
I got an answer for you here, John. How about this for an answer? Okay, so he was going to say, he set this up a couple years before he died, so his son was going to be like 13, 14 years old. That's a long time to take care of a kid if you're a parent signing up for something like that. So he probably anticipated all the neighbors being like, I don't want to take care of this kid for 5 more years. That's a long time. So he waited. He thought this was going to happen where the brother was going to come into town. All the neighbors were going to see how fucked up this guy was, and there's only a couple of years left, and they agree that he shouldn't be with the brother because he wouldn't have had the brother in town to prove that he was a bad guardian. So the neighbos have the proof that this guy's a fucking psycho.
That's some real Machiavellian kind of shit.
I'm telling you, it's an
man.
answer, John. I'm giving you
an
answer. It's a little. It's like it's
how the movie goes. Maybe he anticipated it. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe he thought that's
maybe.
I don't know.
Or he's just an asshole who didn't think it through. Probably that one.
I mean, it could be that. Right? And it was just like, I want my family to have my kid. And that was as easy as it got.
Or you just need this so that you can have the fucking plot of the movie work out the way it does.
Well, of course.
But, of course, that one. That's a guarantee.
Right. Yes, I know. But that's where it... Yeah. There's a little bit there that part feels contrived.
Are we talking about parts we didn't like?
I mean, you could have
we're on the up and up here. Come on.
They could have even said like basically it could have been something like, well, Chandler never made any he never really set anything up because he didn't want to face his own death or admit that he was going to die.
Yeah, but then the character, then you're onto that guy, and you're not paying attention.
No, but then he did set up everything else. Like he had a whole thing.
No, it's all meticulous.
Yeah,
it's all meticulous. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of John's point.
Anyway, it's all
should have.
I'm just going to get my little quibbles out. I was unfortunately not happy with the last 2 scenes of the movie. I feel like that kind of is upsetting when that happens. The scene with them on the boat, and he's the young Ben Affleck, if that's what we're calling him. He's hanging out with one of his bandmate girlfriends, and Casey Affleck is shown smiling. That's a bit on the nose for me. Just like he's smiling now, and then the next scene is him.
A little too much. He's happy.
And young Ben Affleck, they're walking up a hill, and Casey drops the ball he's bouncing. And he says, like, just leave it. And the kid's like, I got it. And that's the last line of the movie. He goes, brings it back to him. Like, that is also a bit
then he plays the ball
nose.
again. A little too much.
Because like it's just like, Casey Affleck is so quick to get rid of things. And the kid is there for him. And he's going to bring it back. And they're going to have something.
Fine.
I mean, that didn't bother me so much. What bothered me is that Michelle couldn't cry.
I thought she was great.
I thought she was. So the scene still moved me, but like I'm looking at her cheeks.
Like,
I'm like,
why
they're
isn't your
dry as a
face
bone.
wet? Your face
Dry
is
as a
wet.
bone. Yeah. So that was one thing I noticed that
Well,
I didn't
also
notice
the-
the
I
first
didn't
time.
notice.
But
There was no tears really in this movie. Like the kid, young Ben Affleck, when he was having his
Had his
little panic
panic
attack
attack.
with the.
Yeah.
He didn't cry
That
then
was
either.
that.
No.
No, but when he was like sobbing on the bed, that was also really moving. That was pretty. Yeah, that was rough.
I mean, I thought another really powerful thing in this movie too was the fact that when Casey Affleck came back, everybody hated him, right? And that's something that the kid couldn't understand. So he couldn't tell the kid like the reason why I'm leaving back to where I'm going is because nobody here will have me,
Or
right?
nobody
And
will
nobody will
have him-
hire me.
Right,
no one
right.
will help me.
was,
I got to
I thought it was
leave.
because it
Or-
reminded of him of his
or
kids.
that.
I
all of
think
that.
some
It's
people
like
thought he
also
killed
that.
his kid. That was why in the beginning the hockey kids are like, that story's bullshit. The story would have been that he set the fire on purpose.
Oh, like
So-
that he was
right.
I thought it was different. I thought it was the other way. Where
No.
like
Oh.
So they thought that so the reason why I think this is what I think. The reason why he was coming back town and everyone's like, "Fuck, I don't want him around here," is because they think that it wasn't an accident. So like the idea that he had to go back to Quincy to work because it's the only place he can go to work, right? Which is why ultimately too he gets a job in Boston. Not in where they're from.
That makes sense.
Because he still can't
I also
live
just,
there.
Yeah. I just assumed that they just knew he was a fucking mess. Like that they knew that he goes in and just gets himself beat up everywhere, and
that makes
sure
sense though,
tells
because I
people
do
to fuck
remember being
off and-
confused about that line at the hockey rink. I was like, what are they talking about?
The
Like,
story
true.
is that
Good
he
point.
killed the kids. Right.
that's even sadder than it was
Yep.
before.
Uh-huh.
The fucking movie is just I read a lot of reviews and people are like, this movie transcends grief porn. I'm like, it's grief porn. This is the definition of it. It's a good one. But it is Room. It is Room.
It is.
It's
yeah,
just
I mean,
better.
Kenneth did a great job because he wrote it too, right? So like
Yep,
he
writer-director.
this was like probably his final masterpiece. I mean,
He's having a rough go at
and
it.
he's
yeah,
in
for
it,
sure.
right? You guys saw him in there
Yeah.
with the blue jacket.
He's fucking parenting.
Yeah. That was funny.
That's the director, John. That guy.
nice.
Yeah, I think that he did a great job though of really sort of showing what this process would be for someone when you don't have any control over this stuff, right? You don't have control that your brother's got congestive heart failure. You don't have control over the fact that you are drunk and you want to go get more beer. Fuck, I know that one. Been there before. I was like, oh, I'm out of beer. It's 4 a.m. I'm taking a walk. And then everyone's like, hey, go to bed. And, so I get it, right? So like that kind of stuff rang true. And they just did a good job of showing like there's all these bad choices from this guy that like the collateral damage was way worse than he could have ever imagined. And I just think he did such a good job. And that moment where he's in the cops in the police station and he like pulls the gun and wants to kill himself, that got me again. I forgot that was in there, and that shit was tense as fuck. I was like, oh, shit. It's like, I know he doesn't die, but it still got me. So
That was the one part I remembered, like the house burning and that scene were the two parts I remembered. And I thought they were at the end of the movie.
No,
because I
right.
hadn't seen this in a while. Because I was like, that has to be the climax because I remember it so well. But it's like not even halfway through the movie they show you that stuff.
And I liked how they intercutted the old time to the new time, and then kind of went back.
John, raise your hand. I don't know. Raise your hand if this applies to you. I was confused by the editing.
Okay.
With the time cuts. Because there was no... I guess I'm, used to being spoon-fed when it jumps time. Like the scene, Naomi had to tell me because of the first scene where it was happening was when his brother died. He goes to the hospital. He's talking to the people. He's like, "Is he dead?" And then the guy starts crying, and he's like, tells him the story how they're sitting, like they were doing boat work, and he keeled over, and he thought he was joking, all that stuff. And then he said, like, "Can I go see him?" And I'm like, "Okay, he's gonna go see him." And I was expecting a body, but then it cut to like him going to another hospital, like room. I thought it was like the same time. So I thought somebody he knew died, and I thought his brother had a heart attack at the same time at the same hospital.
Oh, because he was. So you just didn't kind of make the connection that he was in, lost in thought.
Yeah. Right. I did
Okay.
not. I thought he was like. I thought like there was a dead body here, and his brother was downstairs. And he's
Basically,
like, well, I might as well go
anytime
see
the
my
guy's
brother.
alive, it's before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it, but there was like there's no color.
That's
There was no
it.
color palette.
That's all you got to know.
There was no color palette
no,
to
you're right.
distinguish. There was
It
no.
was
There was
pretty
no big
sudden.
cues that it was jumping back. There was no like difference in Ben Affleck's look or anything like that. It was just like,
Casey.
oh, is Kyle Chandler
Casey
in here?
Affleck.
So it was just Casey. What did I say? Ben Affleck. The beginning scene, I was
see what
totally
you're saying.
confused, and I still found it confusing when it jumped because it wasn't that obvious. I had to like every time it jumped, and I was like, oh, okay, we switched. Like after I saw.
I mean,
one
I
of,
guess
like,
the
two
movie does
people.
start with him alive, which could be
Yeah.
then confused, later. So I see where you got confused. I wasn't confused because I know that it's anytime he's alive, it's previous.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
And every time in the past, it's either Michelle Williams or Kyle Chandler in the scenes to indicate that it's in the past.
That it's both her.
But it doesn't always
scene.
start the flashbacks with them in it. So like you see Casey Affleck doing stuff, and then Michelle Williams is in bed, and you're like, oh, okay, this whole thing until now, even though it's like been a few seconds, didn't know it was a flashback. Now I know.
Yeah, right. I
Just
mean,
a weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I suck at watching movies, TC, is all I'm saying.
I don't
After
think
all this
so.
time.
You're probably pretty good. So that was just probably something. I mean, honestly, those moments, if you look away for a second, you might miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I could have used like a Memento, black and white color type of thing, or like a bell ringing whenever it switched.
I kind of like that he didn't do that though, right? Because it's like
it's our house. Oh, look at how artistic he is. He trusts us as a viewer.
Or no, because he's just like this is the tone is going to stay the same throughout. Right. And you're gonna have to put it together.
Because I guess I don't know. One idea is that I don't know.
But he got sadder. The tone should be the same.
He's not let go. No, but he
nice.
hasn't let go of anything. Everything is fresh. Everything. He's just stuck. He's stuck in these places, and so he's just always kind of living this and always thinking about this. And I don't know. That might. I don't know.
And I missed that he was thinking about it too. So the fact that you're saying he's lost in thought and thinking about this, that changes what my perception of the movie was, because I just thought it was flashbacks. I didn't think it was.
No, he's in the middle of thinking those things during the moment of the brother being dead and going to see the body.
I think if I had not somehow gotten that would have been even more weird and confusing to think that the movie is trying to tell me the story.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
No, but I think that's like what they're touching on is what we all go through, right? Like if someone dies, the first thing you start thinking about is any of the time that you were with them last. Right. And so, like, for him, some of those times he was with them last was either they are dying or they're dead. And so he's just sort of going over these memories based on what's happening in the situation. And so I think for me, I wasn't that confused, but
the part that I appreciated too, I mean, that all makes sense. But then the second thing you do when something like this happens is you start thinking, at least if you're me, logistically about like, what do I have to do? What do I have to arrange?
Which is what he did, right?
Who do I have to? Yeah, it's what he does. And that was like,
and the girlfriend's like, is that really what's on his mind right now? Like, yeah, because he's got to figure out what to do with the fucking body, you nitwit.
Yeah,
right.
You're shoved into this whole process that's like super fucking weird to be dealing with it at the time, but you have to do it because that's what you have to do. Yeah, like the funeral home thing was pretty. I don't know. There were times that it tried to be funny. It didn't really hit for me just because the movie was so depressing.
It was too dark. Yeah. I didn't get any. I didn't get. There was like
they tried. You could tell
light on this one.
Yeah, this was not.
Like, when they walked out of the funeral
comedy.
parlor, I was like, "Why is everyone like that? Why does he have to be all dramatic?" And you're like, "Are you trying to be funny?" Like the kid is trying to be funny, but I feel like the movie was also trying to like lighten it. And I'm just like, "You're not lightening it, movie." Or even like at the funeral itself, where the husband and wife are yelling at each other about the food. I'm like, this doesn't fit here. I mean, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, that was
like,
kind of random.
Maybe this would happen. Maybe their relationship is like this, but like it's done in a way where like the movie thinks it's funny and it's not.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit as a funny thing, at least to me.
It's like it's clearly this is a gag and it didn't really need to be there.
Yeah.
But they had to do something. Because it's just
the whole thing is so
depressing.
Just leave it as depressing.
That's right, but there was no humor here in a sense. I don't know. Oof.
Yeah. Brutal freaking movie. Like,
but if we're gonna go for a rating on the theme, it's hard to follow up, John.
I sent you some suggestions, John. I don't know what you thought about them.
Oh no. Well, we'll get to that. I got some ideas here. We can talk about it.
Okay, cool.
So, but let's
continue dueling.
Continue. What do you guys got?
Oh, I really like the use of silence.
I preferred that over the score, which I did not like the score.
Yeah. John, I'll hop on the bandwagon. It was the score was just like, ooh, I listen to classical music. How fancy
which
am
I love. Yeah. Which I'm a huge fan of. So I was like, damn, this is
whenever people are spinning classical on vinyls, I instantly hate them because I'm like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way you're listening to classical music.
Oh, I listen to classical all the time.
Get the fuck out of here,
I
TC.
I do.
Classical music.
I do.
It just seems so fancy. I don't know. It's like these guys are working class people struggling, and it's just like classical. And you're like, I don't know.
Well, but death is classical. It's not modern. Okay. It's been around as long as we've been around. So I think it kind of fits of what we're trying to talk about in the movie. Like you're not going to have 80s fucking EDM in this movie.
80s hair metal, which also mostly talk about death. I think that would have
Can
been
you imagine?
perfectly.
It's
That's probably what this
Megadeth
character would listen to. As he's cleaning toilets, he's listening to fucking Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah. I mean, it is Boston.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What did you guys think about shoveling snow? I mean, every time I see that on TV,
the scenery.
I just get so fucking stressed.
I'm glad they started there because I'd be sad. I would miss it otherwise.
Oh God, there's when he's driving too. There's a scene early on where he's driving, he's bitching at the traffic.
Oh, I know. It brings me right back.
Or like losing your car and just like not being casual about it, being freezing to death and being like, find your fucking car, man. I'm dying over here.
This fucking thing. Why am I freezing?
I'm just glad. I didn't go full dark and they were trying to have to like dig their car out of like a parking spot.
A whole scene of them digging out the car.
That would have been enough. Yeah. That would have been over the edge. She would have tipped you right over.
There. Too much.
Honestly, the scene in the movie where I was like, I want the scene to be over was the one where they lost the car in the cold. I was like, this scene needs to end.
It just reminds us of walking home from the bar. And it's cold and we're cold and there's nothing you can do. There's no way else to get home. The train's not running. It's time to walk. Oh boy.
It's like, Kenny, I appreciate you trying to make us feel miserable. I get it. I don't like it though. Let's move along here, please.
And he was doing one of those things too, like where the beginning is in sunshine. It's winter and it's cold, but it's sunshine and it's calm. And then as things get worse and worse, they start showing the boats move a little bit more, and then they're in the middle of a snowstorm about halfway through. So they do that kind of symbolism stuff a lot too. I thought that was nice. A nice touch. We were just talking about that in one of the other ones.
Symbolism?
Yeah.
Weather?
Yeah. Weather.
Yeah, was that me and Earl and I Girl? I think it was.
Might have been. Yeah.
No, it was the one where the kid eats a knife. It was that one.
Oh, the knife.
The knife
Jesus
eating.
Christ. Why did you?
Our next one is
God
weapons.
damn.
That's the one we got to watch.
Oh, I'm fucking excited about that.
I'd forgotten all. I thought about.
Why'd you forget about it?
How can you forget about the
Joe.
knife? Come on.
Why?
Never forget
Because
about
I don't
the knife.
want to. I don't want to think about it, and then you made me think about it
Why?
again. Assholes. Don't want to.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You haven't even hit October yet this year, John. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the who was the worst accent? Because I think it was the hockey coach. Michelle's wasn't so great.
I thought his girlfriend, the boy's girlfriend, when they were
Which
on
one?
the bed,
The
and
first
she was
one or the
talking.
second one?
The second
Second
one
one.
seemed a little
over the top.
honky, like it was over the top. Yeah, the quack.
Yeah.
I thought they were all passable. It wasn't like the
I mean,
party where some
nothing
people
really
stuck
stood
out
up.
terribly.
I mean, no, it's not like
I thought the hockey coach did. I was like, this guy's trying his best.
Yeah.
He tried. Some I don't know. Some working. He had like enunciated the slang too much. I guess it was too clean of an accent where there was like no.
It was like as
slurring
soon as he
of it.
didn't have that like AH to deal with, he like went back to being a normal accent.
That's true. I thought that was some kind of like specific type of accent.
No, I
somewhere.
think he just had a bad go.
He sucked.
Yeah.
I bet if you look it up, he's just some real hockey coach.
No. He's an actor. He's been around
that
for a
guy
long
is?
time. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't recognize
TV
him.
mostly.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah, what was his deal?
I was like,
Came out of nowhere,
weird.
huh?
Yeah.
I know.
I was disappointed. It's like, I bet I want to see Matthew Broderick get beat up, but no, he didn't. He wasn't there long
And he
enough.
wrote
to get
that
beaten up.
stupid
But
email.
I was hoping that he would. I mean, I wanted to see Casey Affleck beat up Matthew Broderick, but no.
That's one thing I love about
It was a
Boston
surprise.
movies is that there's always a fight. You know, kind of the
That's
best
true.
part.
Yeah.
Like hockey.
I fucking love hockey.
Tate Donovan, the hockey coach.
Tate
is,
Donovan, there he
from
is.
New Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's a New Jersey guy.
Got
trying
the
to be
other
a
accent.
Gloucester guy.
the Gloucester.
There was a lot of what do you call it? Location porn. Why is everything porn? Grief,
Manchester
porn,
by the
vacation
Sea
porn.
porn?
It was, but also like all those broken down buildings and these alleyways and the seaports, and it was nice.
It's
It
just,
was
I
nice,
know.
but it was
I
like
love
that.
it. I love it. I
Yeah.
kind of miss it.
Until you see him, like what it looks like on the ground, where you have to shovel.
Or until
it.
you're there in the winter again, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Shit, yeah,
fuck
yeah.
this.
Oh, man, Jesus Christ.
It's blowing freezing cold air at me. You got to wait for it to warm up.
Yeah, and you're up on the fucking roof because you got a flat roof, and so you got to shovel snow off the roof, and you got to shovel it into the driveway, and then you got to shovel it out of the driveway because you have nowhere else to put it.
And then it's windy, so it blows the snow back into where you just shoveled it if it's tall enough.
And then the fucking plow comes by, and it just
Right.
Put
And
you
it
right back
buries
the way you were
everybody.
at the beginning.
There
I
you go
know.
again.
And it
Meanwhile,
might
you
be-
got these like monster icicles growing on
That
these
used to
edges of the
chat
buildings
my
that are
ass.
like,
when the
And
fucking
it's freezing
plow would
outside,
come
but you
by
got to put
again.
on layers so you don't freeze to death. But then you're doing some really hard workout in heavy, heavy clothing, so you're sweating and freezing at the same time, shoveling this heavy, wet snow over itself. Fuck it.
Yep.
2016. That's the reason we moved out here, is because we had those 2 giant snowstorms.
There
And
you
we
go.
were like, we're done with this. This shit sucks.
Had enough.
Yeah.
I got it, man. Holy cow.
Yeah. How many years are you in Boston, John? Like
Uh,
5?
4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah. That was enough for you?
It was enough.
Well, he's in Minnesota
Well,
now,
yeah.
so I mean, he's still got
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I have a building with a garage, and
true.
the house I'm in isn't over 150 years old,
Right?
and
it's big.
nothing
So it
around me
retains heat?
freezes.
Is that what you're
or-
saying?
Our electricity's always on. Our water always works. I mean,
Do you have a plow service? Do they plow your driveway when it snows?
no, you don't even need to, because I have room for a snowblower in my garage. you know?
Oh,
There you
look
go.
at that.
Nicely done.
I mean, it's nice.
Does it ever not
I mean,
like
big
slop?
wide
Does it not
roads.
slop heavy where the snowblower doesn't do anything? Where it's like a wintry mix type of thing?
Oh well, then you get out the snow pusher. You got the snow
shovel?
pusher for that kind of but it's like a big broad sort of thing where you're just basically going to move that snow. So yeah,
So a
it's-
big
it's
shovel, a snow shovel.
kind
Is
of-
that what you're
it's
talking
like
about?
flat. No. It's like
One of those
it's
big
kinda
plow-like things.
It's kind of like it's
Yeah.
more long and slightly curved.
You've
and it's
seen
not
them, Denny.
very
Come on.
tall.
Have I?
It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Snow
looks like
pusher?
a snow plow
Yeah.
truck.
But you
like
push it with
on
your hands?
Fucking,
Yeah, you're not
shovel.
going to be sitting there scooping it. You're going to be pushing it aside
Yeah.
instead. Yeah.
I'm on board, John.
They
We
work-
used to
they
have
work
one of
really
those.
nicely.
It works
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's just
when
a
it's
giant
fluffy
shovel.
snow.
It's just a giant shovel, a wide
Sure,
shovel.
we'll call it. But you push
call
it. You don't
shovel-
shovel it.
But,
Yeah,
but
you
you're not
push
going to
it.
like shovel it. You're not going to go because it's too heavy and wet. So you're going to push it to the side.
Yes. Okay, I thought that was just a snow shovel.
No,
called
shovels
a
actually have
pusher.
more of a scoop.
Danny.
Snow pusher.
It's a snow pusher guy.
None of my driveways have ever been smooth enough to have something like that be useful, because it needs to be at least
that's
a
also
smooth
fair.
driveway. Otherwise, you're just catching it. Ah!
It's all gravel. You can't
Yeah.
push anything. You got to be
Yeah.
kidding me.
That's right.
And you're destroying
Fair.
it worse and worse as time goes on.
That's
So every
right.
time
Yep.
you hit something, it brings up some rock and makes it
God.
more
Oh,
uneven.
and I was always the guy like he was doing with the big thing of fucking ice melter. I'd get the ice melter out there, spray it all out
4
first,
inches,
let
just
it
4
sit,
inches of salt.
then shovel and push it out of the way.
Yeah.
Just like
There's still some white
rotting the
stains from the
ground.
salt in July, just sitting in the cracks in your driveway, eating
Oh,
away at
yeah.
all the concrete,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Dogs walking by with sore feet.
licking
They're
it,
just-
licking
yeah.
all the salt off, chemical salt.
Can't
thanks.
imagine why we left.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Manchester
Just
by the Sea.
driving in there.
Brought us back
Holy
down
cow.
memory lane where we are just going to
Yeah, yeah.
shit all over it.
Hey, it's a stressful place to live.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
We just have tsunami warnings and earthquakes around here. That's all.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Right.
That's
We
fine.
got
Nothing did
tornadoes. We have tornado sirens. They went off 11 o'clock 2 nights ago
Oh,
because
that's
we had
fun.
some really strong
The best
winds.
time for them
so
to
we
go
we
off.
all have to wake up and go
2
sit in the
a.m.?
basement bathroom.
You're saying 2 a.m.,
11 p.m. it went off.
11 p.m. Okay.
That's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I guess.
but yeah, we just have these like citywide sirens that you can hear, and anytime it's like the winds are strong enough, those go off, and then we all get down into the basement.
At least you have a
So-
basement.
Damn.
No, we're fine. You know, but and we've had that happen like 3 or 4 times now.
Are you used to it, or is it scary?
A little of both. I mean, it's still scary. We got kids, and it's a little scary, but I mean, we know what to do. We can go in the basement. We got supplies there. We'll be good.
What's in your supply shelf, John? What do you got down there? What do you got cans
Oh
of?
yeah, water and a bunch of dried shit. I don't think, and flashlights. We're really not that well supplied.
I was going to say, that
Dried
doesn't
shit.
sound like enough.
Like beef jerky and water? That sounds terrible.
Whatever you do, make sure you put a screen in front of the fire. That's all. That's the only
Yeah.
thing you need to take
Jesus
away
Christ.
from this movie.
Jesus Christ.
I did like it how during the interview scene. Also, I had a question like, is that not illegal? That type of like negligence isn't illegal? Wouldn't you be
Probably not.
like really?
None of you. It's an accident. Like I mean, if you didn't.
But he was high and drunk and setting a fire in his house and leaving the house. Like that seems
Well, that's why he was surprised.
Negligent,
Like, what do you mean I
yeah.
can leave?
I
But
found
I
that hard
also
to
think
believe.
again that's the neighborhood, right? The fire guy knows him. The police know him. Everybody knows him.
Right.
They're not going to push it. He's already had enough problems. Let him
no kid.
fucking be miserable. That's enough punishment,
Punishment,
right? If it was like
That was-
Yeah,
strangers,
I don't know.
I think you'd be in a different set of circumstances.
I don't know. I really don't know if you actually could be held like.
Oh, these days you can be
Like,
held
like-
liable for anything. It seems
well,
like
I
you know,
guess
walk
so. I
down
don't
the
know.
street
I
and
guess
say the
like
wrong
any
thing. Someone's like,
negligence.
"Fuck you,
Yeah.
I'm
You
suing."
can't. You
know?
can't leave sleeping kids in a house with a fire going. You can't.
Well, there was
you
another
can't do
adult
that,
home.
right? But she was asleep too, and he knew that.
Yeah, but she's still home.
Yeah, so
I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying. I kind of found that.
It's
hard
not
to
like he
believe.
left them there by themselves. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
no.
So you
but
think if the
again,
mom was not in the house, that's a different story.
Yes, I think if it was
yeah.
just him in the
That's
house,
there actually is a law. Like I think they got to be like at least 8 years old. It depends. I think
All
it
of
varies
them, or
by
just
state.
one of them?
I think it varies by state. Like any of them. What do you
For
mean?
the
all of
youngest,
them?
well, yeah. I mean, like, if one is 8, can they take care of the rest, or is it the youngest one has to be 8?
Oh,
good
I
question.
would imagine that. I imagine that you have to leave them in the care of an adult. So
Does
you
8
can't
count as an
leave-
adult?
No,
No.
Depends on the state.
Yeah, probably. I guess there's some places you'd probably rather not be where they might consider it to be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you have to be. They have to be in the care of an adult. So you can't just leave them at home. And then otherwise that is negligent to leave. Like I mean, to think about leaving a 3-year-old at home to their own devices is crazy.
I really think it's just
it-
because they knew him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
so too. They just, but they knew it. They're like, yeah, we know it. You were drunk. You didn't mean to do this. You're
I mean, like the guy
Tortured
said, you made the
anyway.
mistake like fucking 500. Everyone else did last
yeah,
night.
yeah.
It's such a Bostonian thing to say, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, when it was 2 a.m. when she kicked everyone out, he went to the store after they all left.
3:30,
He was there for at least
5 a.m. The sun
They don't
rises.
sell booze in Massachusetts past 11 o'clock at night.
But
That's a good
you don't
point.
know that as the audience.
I guess
But
not.
it's a Boston movie. Don't they draw people like you and me and John and everyone who's lived in Boston and has the liquor store closed 3
No,
hours before the bars
that,
close?
That actually, because that had me very confused when they showed him going to the stores. Like, what is it? The next night or what's going on here? Because
Same night.
There's
Same
just
clothes.
this random convenience store in a very rural area that is just open at 3 o'clock and also sells booze. That is against, I guess.
I mean,
they knew
again,
them, they'd sell
if you
booze?
know them and everybody
Yeah.
knows each other and the packy's open and it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead,
But why is
take
the
one.
packy open?
Because they have 24
'Cause
hours
there's-
at the gas
'cause
station
they're-
or something. I don't know.
oh no,
lives
but it
out-
was
he
like
lives
it
out
was a
there.
liquor store he was in.
He's in
He was a
Manchester
liquor
by the
store.
Sea. There's fucking normal places to be.
Yeah, so.
That's true.
It's not that unbelievable, but yes, you are right. It's likely that you would not be able to purchase alcohol past that point.
Right. That's
I was
right.
never able to. I tried.
I know
Let me
I
tell
went.
ya.
Yeah, right. Come on, it's just in there though. I can
Let
see
me
it.
in. Right there. Just grab it.
You're gonna sell it anyway. Just give it to me.
It's always fun going to New York too, when you were in your 20s, because they'd sell it
All
Whenever.
over 4
Is it
o'clock.
anytime?
6
Yeah.
a.m. You get at a store with like a
Okay.
little cage in the wall at the
Oh,
train
right.
station, and
They don't give a fuck.
nope.
Cash only, baby.
You could buy an Xbox video game. You know,
You could
some
probably buy
rolling
drugs, too.
papers. Yeah.
Yeah.
One stop shop, 6 a.m. Good stuff.
I mean, living in New York, I think I would go ahead and live in New York if I had the opportunity. That'd be fun.
right now, I think we're too
Yeah.
old for that shit.
I don't know.
It's too busy, too dirty.
I'm with you there. Well, not having kids. You don't want kids.
I don't have kids. So
Yeah.
There you go. See,
maybe that's what
that
it
would be
is.
that helps. That helps enormously.
Yes.
New York is, I always, whenever I went there, it felt like you'd feel bad because you couldn't stay up late enough. Like if you didn't stay up until 4 a.m., you'd feel like you quit, basically. And even if you
I can
did
see
stay
that.
up till 4 a.m., you felt like shit the next day. So like it was a lose-lose.
Right.
Whereas in Boston, 2 a.m. is still pretty late, but at least you could like
At least
sleep
there's
a
like
little
some
bit.
semblance of like, you know, a normal life when you go
Yeah.
home and you're
And in New York,
bed by
everyone's
3.
even at 4 a.m. They're like, "You want to hit the after party?" And you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I know.
I'm so
well, it's
drunk.
drugs. It's drugs.
Yeah, it's drugs. Yeah, you got to
Right.
switch over. You got to switch from alcohol to other stuff. But I mean,
Yep.
I don't have time for that, or
Right.
money,
Right?
or motivation. Yeah. What are we talking about?
don't
Manchester by
know.
the Sea.
This movie, yes.
Booze?
I mean, can't pick this movie and not expect us to talk about our time in Boston together.
I know,
yeah,
I know.
Same. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea is like a pretty nice area, isn't it?
Oh,
They
it's
kind of
great.
portrayed it as like a working
Gorgeous.
class neighborhood, but
No, it's not.
it's like a bunch of rich people that live there.
Yeah, it's upper class.
Yeah. But they filmed it in Gloucester for the most part.
Mm.
Not surprising.
Nope.
Yeah, Beverly, Essex, Swampscott, Lynn, Middleton, Tewksbury.
Tewksbury.
Tewksbury, where's that?
Same area.
Salem.
Tewksbury?
Yeah, same area. That's the one I don't know where that is. 31,000 people live in Tewksbury Maybe that's why I don't
Tewksbury.
know what it is. Tewksbury.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. What else you got, TC?
We
we talking about all the good scenes?
Much. I think mostly. I think what really impressed me the most is the writing and how well it's just kind of like wraps itself up. And I love that bookend stuff.
And when you talk about it wrapping up, it wraps up that this guy's life is shitty and he tries to kill himself, but then he realizes that there might be a little bit worth living for. Is that kind of the...
I was thinking more like they start out on the boat as he's all fucked up, a drunk, and does nothing in his life. And then, besides being a father, and then he loses everything. But then at the end, they come back to the boat where he's changed, right? He's a totally changed individual, but he's with his nephew again on the boat, and they're both different people. So they've come full circle in their character arcs from having started and ended.
But that's funny because you're like, he's in the boat and he has nothing except for his family. And you're like, that's a big...
At that time,
except,
yeah.
Because, he has 3 kids and a wife. And
but he's a drunk,
and,
He's a drunk and he's not really doing much at that point. He's got his family, but he's not like doing well in his work. He's not, there's nothing that he's got going for him, really.
Mm-hmm. Except he's got a bunch of drunk friends,
They're funny. Too.
Yeah,
I mean,
just so many friends that are.
It's funny, just
old.
just funny assholes.
I loved it when he's like, "She can't talk to us like that."
She can't do that.
Like classic fucking stupid husband remark, right? Only said when she's not in the room.
Yeah. I did feel like this movie was trying to be like, well, if you go to Boston and you meet an asshole or somebody cuts you off or someone's a dick to you, maybe they're going through something like this.
Right.
So give them, just take it easy.
Nah, fuck that. It's freezing. Like John said, we're all assholes when it's cold. I'm uncomfortable. I got no time and I got to shovel this stupid car out. Get the fuck out of my way. All of that.
And all my kids are dead. My house burned down. My wife left me, said it was all my fault. Nobody in the town likes me. My brother's got heart disease.
That's tough,
but
man.
the cold is really the worst part of it all.
I mean, honestly though, you're right. When you list it out like that, I mean, how many people that have tragic shit in Massachusetts going on like that though? A lot. They just
not
do.
this much though. That's the thing that feels like puppy kicking. It feels like it's overwhelming.
I don't know. There's a lot of like opiate problems, right? People kill themselves. They've overdosed. There's tragedy in families a lot in those areas.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, it's freezing. Like you said. So really, it's just the cold. No.
That's the real sad part of this movie.
That's the really sad part. Right.
Yeah, it's just too cold.
Yep.
This movie made a shit ton of money. You want to get into trivia?
Sure.
$9 million budget. Grossed $79 million worldwide.
Wow.
Pretty good stuff.
Because it was on Amazon exclusively, I think.
Well, Amazon bought it.
Amazon Studios, right?
Yeah,
so they bought it.
Like,
so it was
it.
produced by Matt Damon and some few other people. Kenneth Lonergan he wasn't a producer, but he was like on board with the producers for a while. It was Matt Damon and Kenneth Lonergan's kind of idea to make this. They made the movie before this, Margaret, which we'll get into a bit. It's part of the reason why Kenneth does not make too many movies anymore. But they made that movie. Matt Damon was in that movie. He wanted to make another movie with Kenneth. They came up with this idea. It was actually John Krasinski from The Office.
Oh, wow.
And Matt Damon came up with the idea for the story, pitched it to Kenny, what his friends call him, and he spent 3 years writing the script, and it was initially set up that who was going to direct it? Somebody was going to direct it, and Ben Affleck was going to star in it. Or sorry.
Okay.
Matt Damon was going to star in it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why'd they choose Casey?
Because Matt Damon, when the script was finally finished and it was ready to get into production, Matt Damon had like a year left on a contract for some movie. It was probably the Bourne franchise, I would imagine, around that time. But he had he couldn't do it for a year, and they needed to get it made. So Matt Damon said the only person he would hand it off to was Casey. So who knows if that's true? Not Ben.
What?
Ben's a terrible actor.
Ben?
Everyone
definitely
knows
not
it,
Ben.
dude.
Ben's not gonna. Retainer. Not gonna work.
Even his best friend thinks he
would
sucks
have
at
been
acting.
interesting. He would have been funny. Maybe that would have been funny.
Yeah. Ben, this isn't a
Ben,
joke.
is this one for me?
Ben,
can
this
I
is-
do this
again-
one? No, Ben. No. Go back over there,
you're
Ben.
somewhat, for some reason, you're smiling. Your motivation is your wife just left you. Okay, so you got the wrong reaction, Ben. Come on.
The thing about Ben Affleck is the camera loves his giant forehead. It's almost like a 3D effect. It's like the movie screen is pushing out
Poor
at the
Ben.
audience.
All right.
That's funny.
Is that too much?
No, not at all.
He's the one who acts.
Poor Ben. Leave him alone.
Why? Why is Ben
Yeah.
poor? He's a
know.
fucking rich, famous actor. You can make fun of him.
That's
It's
fair.
fine.
He's fine.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll figure out who was supposed to be the director. How do you spell Matt Damon?
Mattdamon.
Damon. Why do I want to add more
Damon,
letters
yeah.
to that?
Mm.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. What other trivia?
Yeah, trivia time. That sounds good to me.
Trivia time. So this DVD is out of print,
Okay.
and I didn't want to buy it because it was like $95 to get one of the out of print DVDs. So I didn't listen to the commentary track. Apologies there, but all like reviews of the commentary said it wasn't that great.
Okay.
So at least there's that.
All right.
But I did watch some interviews and looked up some stories and things like that. So Kenneth Lonergan, this guy's only made 3 movies. 2000, 2011, 2016. Those are the years. Margaret was the middle one, and he edited it for 5 years
Whoa.
against the producers and the other editors. Like, he wasn't an editor on the movie, but he kept forcing the editor to re-edit it over and over again for 5 years. He got sued by everybody involved. It was bad for the movie. And eventually he said okay to the edit, I guess. I don't know. So it came out in 2011, and the lawsuit was settled in 2014. So the fighting over it, even after it was released, it lasted for 3 more years after the release. So there was fighting over that Margaret movie for 8 years or 9 years.
Yikes.
So that wasn't great. Even
Plus,
still,
it crushed. It did not do well in the box office.
no, it doesn't have good reviews either.
Budget
But
14 million, box office 600,000.
Ooh.
620,000. Not good.
It was basically buried. I mean, 5 years of struggling to get an edit done, like that's bad.
52% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think we'll skip that one.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad.
Probably.
52% for something that makes under $1 million at box office.
Yeah.
Like, that's
And
not
watch
terrible.
the 3-hour extended cut.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened there. I'm not going to watch that movie. It looks not great.
Hey, Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Even still, Matt Damon was in it, and he wanted to work with this guy again. Don't know why. They didn't talk about it. I guess he liked the screenplay or whatever. He's also like a pretty famous playwright. He's got like Tonys and other things. Like, he writes plays a lot more than he makes movies. He contributes to screenplays as well. He has like a writer credit on The Gangs of New York, among other things. So he was a part of that. But yeah, he's not a huge director. There's some rumors that he's doing his 4th movie now, but not too much on it. But so there was that. Plus the 2016, to talk about the Me Too movement again, was right around when it was starting, and Casey Affleck had allegations out against him for the movie I'm Still Here,
Right.
which is not the most recent foreign movie we just watched, but the one back from like 2010 or whatever
With
that had
Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Yeah.
And Casey Affleck directed it. And the cinematographer and one other person that worked on the movie accused Casey and some other people of harassing them during the filming of the movie. And Casey kind of admitted to it, that he apologized for it. He said it happened. There was a lot of partying on the set of that movie.
It was like
apparently.
whatever they call that, method acting, right? Where they
Yeah.
drink in, using. And
It was like a pseudo documentary, that weird fucking movie. Do you remember that one where he went on?
Oh,
like,
yeah. No,
Letterman
all I
and
remember is
fucked up the
Joaquin was
interview?
like losing himself in the character and
Yeah.
everything too. Like, he was going to be a rap star.
Yeah.
And he tried to convince
Letterman,
He tried to do his shtick
right?
that he really that he was really taking it seriously.
and it was
or whatever
really
it
hard
is.
to watch because it was super
It was really
embarrassing.
weird. Yeah.
But apparently during the shoot of that movie, they just partied all the time. So it was a part of like what they thought they could get away with at the time. He apologized kind of in a weird way, saying like that was what we thought we could do. Basically, like we thought it was okay. But now I know that we're getting yelled at and it wasn't okay. Sorry about it. Whoops, I'm Casey
That's
Affleck.
it.
I'll still
sorry
be famous.
you got mad. Not necessarily sorry about what we
Exactly.
did. But
Sorry
I'm
you got mad. That's
I
right.
thought I was allowed to, basically, is what he was saying. And guess
Oh,
what? He
Jesus.
was right until this happened, you know?
Yeah.
He knew. Anyway.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm in trouble, basically.
Right,
You know?
exactly. So there was
Yeah.
there was a kind of a backlash against Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Casey Affleck when he won the Best Acting Award, because they were kind of squelching this story because Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are such huge presences in Hollywood. They were pushing the campaign for Casey Affleck in this movie in general, but specifically Casey Affleck, and they were like keeping the story down in headlines and amongst other people.
Yeah.
They were helping like keep the noise down so he could win, and he did. And not to say that he didn't deserve it, but at this point, fucking all this politics shit for Oscars is so stupid at this
Yeah.
point.
It
Like
really
it doesn't even
is.
matter.
I know.
Yeah. Denzel Washington lost. Like I watched the clip of them losing. It was like This is the same year as like La La Land, so it was like Ryan Gosling, Denzel Washington was there, Viggo Mortensen was one of them, and Denzel looked fucking pissed. And he was even name dropped. He's like, Denzel, you taught me how to act. I love you. And Denzel, you just cuts to Denzel, and he's just like,
Fuck
pissed,
you.
shaking his head. He's like, fuck the
So
Academy.
many of those
fuck
assholes
this
probably
bullshit.
hate each other so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird fucking thing. Like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they're general, like, I think most people think they're great, right? If you talk about them, like, oh, I love them. They're in some of the movies that I've seen. They got to be great people or whatever. But like, they're just like powerful dudes who just look okay. Look like
I think Matt
your
Damon's a
friends
good
or
guy.
whatever. Yeah, I'm sure he is in most ways, but this was not great.
Because in
Right?
studio, I know that they pay a portion of the earnings go back to the employees. So that's kind of cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
But also squashing the story, not great. You know, I guess everyone's like,
Is it
good and bad?
But then
in a
you
lot
got to
of ways,
wonder,
but-
right? It's not really Matt Damon. It's their PR company that they already hired. It's the people around them, right? Like Matt Damon's sitting at home getting the fucking yes man responses from the people that work for him, and those other assholes are the ones doing that work. and
Maybe.
they're the ones
To
that
some
don't
extent,
talk about
yes,
it.
but like how much of an extent, I don't know. It's just
I think a
like,
lot of extent
Yeah.
because these people
Yeah.
are all in, marketing, and this is like studio shit that takes care of that stuff. Not so much Matt Damon himself, right? He's hanging out with his family, and all this stuff's going down, and it doesn't, keep him from not being somewhat at fault, but at the same time, like I don't think they get the full picture from those people to either because that's their job, right? So. Yeah, it's like
Agreed.
it's like at work when you're
Agree
like,
with that.
don't tell the CEO this because it's a fucking dumpster fire, and then it all gets sorted out, and he never knows, and everything's okay, right? It's that kind of shit.
everyone's just scrambling below the CEO trying to fix it before he figures it out.
Yeah, happens all the time, especially in Hollywood.
But so Kenneth Lonergan, so Casey Affleck is big enough. People see his face. They like him. He's a good actor. He's got an award. Kenneth Lonergan got an award too for this for screenwriting. Also probably justifiably so.
Yes.
But he wrote an op-ed against some articles against Casey Affleck. Like people were saying that Casey Affleck deserved to be ridiculed more for this. And he came out saying, how dare you? Basically like trying to shut them down. Like you're a terrible journalist. You don't know what you're talking about sort of thing. He came under some criticism for doing that. And it's hard to say exactly why he's not getting work. I mean, he has a career as a screenwriter, but like he's tried to get movies made. There's the aspect that he's not popular enough where stories like that kind of make him harder to touch. The fact that he is scary because he might edit your movie for 5 years.
Well, I think it's probably that he's hard to work with.
That too. Plus his ideas they don't always make money. They're like heavy, hard ideas, and it takes him a while to write the screenplays. And these movies are huge risks because honestly, I can't believe this movie was as popular as it was. I think it's probably because Casey Affleck was in there, and you probably had a big, I forget what I saw it in theaters. It probably had a big marketing campaign, and it was Amazon. At the time, everyone's like, I fucking love Amazon.
Well,
Prime.
and it was Amazon when Amazon was just getting rocking and rolling into the movies space.
And it was the first streaming service movie to get a Best Picture nomination. So it was like at the beginning of the huge wave where like I think the next year Netflix had Roma get nominated, and everyone's like, holy shit, these streaming services are movie studios now. This is kind of cool.
Yep.
And now it sucks because I had to fucking get Amazon Prime for the month just to watch this stupid movie because you can't get it anywhere else.
And you still got to watch fucking ads. Thanks, Andy Jassy.
Yeah, dude, what the hell is that?
I swear
There's
to God.
ads in the movie.
Some bullshit.
You have to pay more for ad-free service. I'm
No,
like, I'm not
and
giving
even
you
then,
more
like,
money.
fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
them, man. I'm so
I
anti-Amazon.
paid $15 to watch this, and I still had to watch ads.
I know.
That was upsetting.
I know. Limited. It's limited.
What?
We're only going to
Watching
do it for the
ads
first
while doing this
40
would
minutes
suck.
or whatever.
The thing
but-
was, it was like an ad for like surfboards or something for like 10
mine was
seconds.
a
It was the
car.
only one in the middle. It's like, is this worth it? This like 10-second interruption? I'm already pissed. Like I hate this surfboard company because they ruined my movie going experience. Like, how is this a good thing?
Amazon doesn't care about you, Denny.
Don't they want my money? I
They're
hate
getting
them.
your money no matter what.
They got my 15,
One
but
way or
I'm
the other.
canceling my subscription. It's funny. It seems like they're still trying to advertise to old people who are like, I'm used to commercials. What about young people who are not used to commercials that are used to
I don't even know if it's that.
streaming
I think
services?
if you can't contend in those spaces without getting some sort of advertising revenue coming in. It's too much. They just bleed money. that part of the Amazon just bleeds cash. It doesn't make money. So like the advertising is like the only way we're like, well, we'll keep doing it if we can recoup some money. And
well,
so
unless they buy the rights,
up.
put it in theaters, and then make box office money like they did on this one. But it's weird how they don't do that. Like freaking Happy Gilmore 2 just came out, is the most watched thing on Netflix of all time by a large margin. Right. Didn't go to theaters. Why wouldn't you throw that in theaters?
Don't know.
I don't get it.
I mean, Amazon's
I don't know how any
movies
of this
suck.
shit works.
So there's no reason to throw it in the theater because they're not going to get anybody to go. This was their one movie that they did well, and they didn't do it. Yeah. They bought it. So
they bought it. Yeah, that's right. That's true. They should just go into the buying movies business. That seems like a pretty good one.
Dude, that's their
like
biggest,
Neon, right?
That's their biggest way of getting money. That's the licensing and just sort of buying things and putting it on the service is how they make a ton of their money. The Amazon original stuff doesn't make any money.
Jack, you're saying Jack Ryan doesn't make cash?
Right.
Just bleeds that story. Poor John Krasinski.
He doesn't give
name
a fuck.
drop of him.
After the first season, he was trying to get his own deal, doing other shit, like directing and stuff. So he doesn't give a fuck.
He's a pretty good director. Quiet Place, pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I don't think he was losing out anything. I mean, he's
getting paid. That's for sure.
He's getting paid no matter what. Him and Michael B. Jordan there.
Casey Affleck had a pretty good story. He was at the Sundance Film Festival, and they forced him to go, is what he said. He was forced to be there. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to watch it. He was forced to watch it. I don't think he ever would have planned on watching this movie. Like, he acted in it, and then he leaves it, is what it sounded like. But they forced you at Sundance to go. You stand up in the beginning. The whole cast and crew are there. You say hi or whatever. I think there's questions afterwards. But he sat down in an assigned seat, and he wasn't near anyone that he knew. He sat down next to complete strangers and had to watch the movie by himself. And the woman sitting to his right was watching the screen, and a heavy scene would happen. And as soon as the scene would went over, she would turn and look at freaking Casey and just look at his reaction. And he could feel her watching the movie and watching him back and forth. And he thought about saying something, but he felt just awkward in general. So he allowed this to happen the entire movie. And this woman was just annoyed the shit out of him.
I mean, I was at the premiere for Amazon and he wasn't there. So that explains it.
That's probably why. He's like, I'm never doing another one of these again. That woman made me feel extremely uncomfortable for 2 hours.
Or just doesn't like going to watch himself in the movie, I guess.
Yeah. He didn't read the fine print on this one, apparently. He's forced to do it. He seems like a pretty normal guy, I guess. There was this whole GQ breakdown thing where he talks about all of the roles that people deem are his best roles and stuff, and he's pretty straightforward with how he talks. He mentioned how in this movie, the script was so he basically said this. It was so tight to the script that every or ah or he had was written. He was not allowed to go off script. All the pauses were planned as Kenneth Lonergan wanted them. It was the script to the
so
screen.
Rigid,
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
which
a
is kind
play.
of surprising. It's like a play, but it's also kind of surprising because it seems natural. A lot of the time, the way the scenes play out, there are pauses where people are. You can tell they're. I mean, you can tell they're acting to do this, but normally you'd have people trying to think about what they're going to say or try to contain themselves from overreacting or whatever you have to do for all this heavy shit, and the pauses work naturally. And I'm sure he timed out the edit for that shit too to be is this too long? Is this too short? But I mean, there was some unbroken stuff, especially during that Michelle Williams part. There was a lot of pauses during that were powerful and planned, apparently.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow.
Got to be why people don't want to work with him, though. I mean, that's just crazy.
But wouldn't you? It makes the actors look so good. The actors you'd think would want to work with him.
You'd
the
be
producers
surprised.
and the editor or whatever.
Some of them want to riff.
You get an
and shit.
Oscar. Yeah, I guess. But getting an Oscar, he might get you an Oscar. That's pretty good stuff.
We know Marlon Brando wouldn't have been able to do it. He would have been riffing there for fucking 30 minutes. Yeah,
people compared this movie, Casey, in this movie to that Brando movie on the waterfront.
Really?
Oh.
Just as mopey, I'm so sad the entire movie type of thing.
Yeah, but there's no whining. I mean, he's very quietly sad. He's not Brando whining.
Could have been a contender, Charlie.
It's true. So he's better than Brando, John, is what you're saying.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
definitely. Oh,
shots fired, Brando. It's coming after you, John, from the grave. You think they buried Brando next to Hitchcock? I bet they did. Two big fat white guys dead in the ground. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Hello, Brando.
Every year, someone goes and leaves a bunch of asparagus.
Wait, what? Something about asparagus? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen back, John. I'll listen back to the podcast. See what you said. I'll let you know if I thought it was funny. Okay.
Okay, good.
The ambulance driver's struggle with the stretcher was real. They didn't mean to do that, but it was just happening in the scene, and people, played along and left it in. 32-day shoot, which is pretty medium, but it's good to throw information and numbers out there. I always like that. 2014, it was on the blacklist of the scripts, the best scripts of the year sort of thing. And then went on to win Best Original Screenplay. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. If it's on that blacklist thing, then all the Hollywood people are probably going to read it more than likely, right? More people read that script or those scripts more than any other scripts, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
So then
maybe.
they probably already have the leg up of if one of those movies gets made, it already has a leg up to get nominated and win, because it's basically a popularity contest, all these awards. The more eyes you get on it, or the more people try to shove it down your throats, and the less you care, like freaking Amelia Perez, right? If the whole thing with that movie didn't come out and say everyone on this is a fucking idiot and this movie's terrible, then people would have voted it for 14 Oscars or whatever.
Yeah.
None of it matters, and it's stupid, and I feel bad even talking about it anymore after going through how much it doesn't matter anymore. But we're going to do it.
Yeah, I tend to think that the agents are the ones handling all of that. And so if it gets on the blacklist, then one of the agents will pick it up and be like, hey, this one might be good. Do you want to do this one? And then they talk, and then they have all that fucking bullshit and, grease the wheel, and then they pick their person.
Mm-hmm. But it's always when it comes to the individual categories, only screenwriters can vote. So the screenwriters want to read the good ones to be like, oh shit, what am I up against or whatever. So all those people,
right?
They see these are the best. There are, even before the movie's made, these are the best. You got to read these ones. Right. And look at that. This movie was made. It's like a perfect 1-to-1. Oh shit. Gotta love it when that happens. That means the writer is the thing doing the reason the movie is good. It's not the director fucking up the script. Just rambling at this point. They filmed the after the fire scene where everyone's standing around the fire the same day. So they filmed the fire scene at night and in the morning, and then they continued filming all of the ambulance stuff where they're standing around in the morning and the aftermath and all that stuff the same day after the fire burned, which is a long day.
Same 24 hours.
Yeah. Probably good. Seemed like they were tired.
I mean, they're already there.
Yeah, they're there. Might as well.
Right.
The house is still smoking. You got to get the shots when the house is smoking.
Fire looked pretty badass.
What did?
The fire.
Yeah. Fucking hot.
It was raging.
It was convincing, you're not going to let anyone go back into that thing. That is important for the movie.
Those kids are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenneth Lonergan tried to cut a lot out of the script because he got bored with it after all the time he spent writing it. And one of the scenes he tried to cut was the confession scene with Casey Affleck in there, because he thought it was too direct, too much explaining what happened. But Casey explained that it was really important to his character how part of the reason he liked the script so much was because during that scene, he talks about how he walked there because he didn't want to drive drunk, and he threw wood on the fire because he didn't want to turn the furnace on because it would dry out one of his kids' sinuses. So his two of the decisions he made that led to the fire were him thinking about
other people,
being kind of responsible in his own way, sort of thing. So that was really important. He's trying to be a good guy. He's driving drunk is bad. I'll walk. I'll throw a log in the fire to keep my kids' sinuses. I'm doing good. I'm a good dad, sort of thing. So even though he's kind of he's a drunk and he's
irresponsible in the sense that he's got to go get more at 3 a.m, right?
Yeah, he's still
he's
it
flawed.
does add to his character.
He's flawed, but he's good intentioned, and that's what we're trying to conceive with this whole character.
Right, very important for his character. So he convinced him. So Casey Affleck actually got that scene added back in the movie. So there you go.
Great.
And that's all I got.
Cool. Would you
put this in the top 250?
Ooh. Yeah. John's going to go no.
I don't know. Ah! Denny, what do you say?
Oh, you're gonna take influence from me, John?
Wow,
What is
that's
this?
fucking low.
I don't know. I just kind of just want to go for a second opinion. We know what TC says.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm gonna go no.
I was the
just
bad guy
because
yesterday.
I do think this movie's really good, and the first time I watched it, I was really hit hard by it. But it's like the second time I watched it, I was kind of like, why am I watching this sort of thing? Like it kind of, in the same way Room exists for this, and it's like, yes, this stuff does happen. And it's fine to how like
how could you compare that? You're going to compare this
Compare
to
this to
Room?
Room, I
TC?
know.
You're
I
going to
wait
let
a
him
second.
compare this to Room?
thing.
TC?
Worst
Seriously.
fucking movie of all time.
Seriously,
It's
Denny.
Oscar
I mean,
bait grief porn.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
so like in The Help, and then The Room, and then this one, and you know how they're
Yeah.
all very similar. Yeah,
Hachi, you know how Manchester by the Sea is like Hachi the dog.
Actually,
like that.
the dog was like
dog's
had
tail.
a broken leg the whole
Yeah.
time and was whining or something. Just,
I mean, I can see that, Denny. It's like it doesn't have repeatability. Like you're not going to watch it over and over again, like some of the movies on the top 250 are.
Right, and there's really good acting in here. Some of the editing I didn't love. I didn't really. I mean, like what is the arc? You know, like the arc to me, it seems just like this guy was an irresponsible drunk and he got his fucking family killed, and then he's just suicidally sad, and now he's a little bit happy. Like what is that? I don't
Sort
care.
of trying to make up for it, but not really.
Yeah,
just a
Like, I
slice
don't-
of life, a slice
it's
of a
just-
miserable.
But I mean, I
miserable
would
life.
say that this is much like Requiem for a Dream, right? So you wouldn't watch that more than once, but that's definitely on.
I would.
fucking-
That movie is entertaining.
I
at least.
mean, not really.
Well,
There's some like artistic flares and some funnier parts and some like
There's some other
faster
different- yeah,
editing.
I can
There's
see
more
that.
art house stuff.
But
There's
I
different
wouldn't watch
characters.
it repeated times. I guess is the
No.
only
No,
thing
no.
I was making the comparison.
That's true.
No, but this
Yeah.
movie is like, this is a good thing. So if you like this is good. It's like its tone is like really consistently just flat and horrible. Like it wants you to feel horrible, and it does.
Yeah.
And it does it consistently.
And it wants you to
throughout the
cry.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And it wants
And
you to
Naomi-
make
Naomi
you think
watched
about
this,
your
and-
own mortality, which it does.
She sat down to watch it, and like she had to leave because she was crying so much. I didn't cry at all during this movie. I was kind of just like, I don't even know. I was kind of flat, strangely, because I knew it was coming a little bit. Like the hardest scene to watch the first time I watched it was when he tried to kill himself, and I was like, whoa, that was really good. And this time I saw it coming.
To
and
me,
I
it
was
was the fire. As soon as I saw the fire or like knew that, I was like, oh my God, his kids are dead.
like, yeah.
You know, that's when.
That's when Naomi was
Just like
bawling
that.
and left the room.
Yeah.
She's like, this is so sad. I'm
It
like,
is.
I was no tears. I'm just like, yeah, it's sad. The
Yeah.
kids are dead. They killed
Yeah.
the kids. See, this is a movie. They just burned 3
Christ.
kids in the movie.
Yeah.
I can't believe they
Right.
fucking made this thing.
No, yeah, it's sad. Yeah, people die.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were good eggs. Yeah, oh yeah, too bad, huh? Yeah, oh yeah. So it's a sad day, you know. Oh yeah.
That's sad.
Let's see where it
That's
goes
it.
next.
Right.
It's only 45 minutes in, guys. I'm ready for it. Let's go. I'm having a
Yeah.
great time.
No, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. And I appreciate where you're coming from too. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It made me feel upset. And that's what it wants to do, but I don't appreciate that.
Right. Right. All right. Well,
So after all that rambling,
all I
John,
gotta say is it was
no,
the best
no,
pick we've had for grief-stricken movies, in my
I
opinion.
appreciate it's a grief-stricken movie, and I get it. But yeah, I would go no too. But
And I do appreciate that for the pick of the theme, TC, I did appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Because
good
there
one.
were
It
parts
works.
where it's like, the funeral parlor, all that, talking to those people, the logistics of what you have to do afterwards was done realistically, and that's good. And it
Yep.
shows it. It's not only like done realistically, but it shows it and how odd of a thing it is
Yep.
to have to deal with.
Right.
Movies usually skip over it because it's like boring stuff, but like it is weirdly boring.
Right.
And-
No, and I
and
think they
strange.
use those things to really show what he's going through from the outside, which is avoiding it, which is what everybody does, right? And so it's just for the theme, it was just right. And I don't
Agreed
think
there.
I would have offered it up any other time, really. So,
Yeah.
Great
That's
pick.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying no, but it was a great pick for the theme.
yeah. John, what are we doing next? What's your ideas?
Well-
Let's hear them.
I guess the death movies I wanted to see we've already seen, but
Which are what?
Have you-
Seventh Seal,
Arrival,
Wild
Seven
Strawberries,
Seal.
Arrival.
So definitely Arrival was the
Ikiru.
one that would totally been my pick. But yeah, right.
The Eyeball movie, John. Remember the
I
Eyeball
think-
movie? That was a good
Have
one.
you guys seen The Descendants?
Yes. Great movie.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Alexander Payne, guy that did Sideways and did The Holdovers,
That'd
and
be a
George
great
Clooney.
pick. TC, you haven't seen that? You'd love that movie.
No, I didn't. I have not
think
seen
it's
this.
good. And so yeah, that's my pick. That or
Okay.
Pet Cemetery.
What was
All
the
right.
second one?
That or Pet Cemetery.
That's a good one, too.
I don't know
Sometimes
which one I
dead
want to
is
pick
better.
now. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right,
You can
let's
save
watch
that
The
one for
Descendants.
Halloween.
Yeah, that would be a fun Halloween one. I think this. I'm trying to find a good grief film, and I think that this is one. I don't remember all the details. I do remember really thinking it was very good.
It's a great
when I
movie. I've
saw
seen it
so.
a couple times, too, and it's a great rewatch, too.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it
All
holds
right.
up.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good pick, John.
Cool.
All right.
All right, boys.
Go to the website, mission250filmcast.com.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
And hey, we never
John-
say this, but thank you for listening.
That's
Thank you for
right.
listening.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, wait. Now I guess we do say it, just not as often
You're a
as we should.
hypocrite now, John. Shit.
Yeah, I know.
John's building a website. Haha, look at that, John. Now there's pressure. You got to build a
That's all
website
I
Every
need.
faster.
week.
It's going to happen.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Cool. All right, boys.
All right, guys.
Talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you later.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.